Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. We are down at the pool today trying to get the last of the sanding finished up on the walls, and then we'll get the scaffolding taken down and start working on the side walls there in the deep end, and then finally we'll tackle the floor. I doubt that we'll get to all that today. It is Father's Day, so we're going to try to quit a little early and take advantage of the nice weather to have a little cookout on the deck, get together with my dad and my boys and just enjoy Father's Day a little bit. But as with every weekend down here, the work never stops. Even on holidays, we still got to get down here and get some stuff done. This project has been pressing on now for about 7 months, and so we are trying to power through all the things that we're doing so we don't get in the way of the contractors. We're hoping to get the contractors in here very soon to begin the final press on the house, getting all the utilities back in, get the addition put on, all that stuff constructed, and get it under roof before fall gets here. So we're making a big push outside so we can get all our junk out of the way. And also we'd love to have this pool done sometime this summer so that we can actually get to enjoy a little bit of that. Even if we're not living in the house, we'll be able to come down here and enjoy the swimming pool. So that's our hope anyways. So this is day 2 on the big sand. Last weekend was the big dig, this weekend's the big sand. We've been sanding the pool now for several weekends. Amber's been working on it by herself, but now this weekend we're tag teaming it. We got the scaffolding set up, and we're trying to get as much accomplished as we possibly can. It's had years and years of paint over the course of its life. Probably been repainted at least 3 or 4 times, and so we're trying to get down through all those loose layers of paint, get it down to a good solid concrete, or at least down to the solid base coat, so we can go ahead and reapply a 2-part epoxy paint to get this thing sealed back up and back in operation. So let's take a look and see what all we got accomplished yesterday and find out what we're going to get done today. So here you can see our scaffolding set up. It has changed a little bit since we put it together yesterday. We kind of had the boards staggered on the sides and the end, but what we found is that the ones that were right up against the wall was a little bit too close. Trying to move that grinder around, we found that it was trying to push us back towards the swimming pool, so we didn't want to fall in. So we ended up moving those boards out, and it created a little bit of an uneven surface, but actually it's a lot easier to work on than the way we had it set up originally. So we've just used 2x12s that we had laying around that we had taken out of the first floor structure. These were still solid, still good 2x4 or 2x12s, but we decided to go ahead and replace the entire structure downstairs. So these were just laying around, and we got them secured together with 3-inch all-purpose screws. And so it's a pretty solid structure. It's not really going anywhere, not really bouncing too bad, and makes for a pretty good place to work on. And as you can see, we've got the entire long wall done all the way to right about there. I got about 5-6 feet to knock out there this morning. And then we've got to do the end wall. Amber already got the other one done. Down at the end there, you can see that one's already been smoothed down and looks real good. But we got to get this one done underneath the diving board. And then we're going to start on this shelf right there at the edge of the slope. The deep end slopes down very steeply right there. So we got to get that top of the slope there. And then once we get down to a certain point, we'll be able to take the scaffolding down and actually work from the wall down there and get the last of the deep end taken care of. There's really no paint on the bottom of the deep end. It looks like there was some repair work done there at some point, and so it's really just bare concrete. So we're really not going to have to do much there. We'll just scuff it up. That way the new paint will adhere to it nicely. So it's looking really good so far. We're really excited with all the progress we've been making, and we're going to get started here today, get some more of this knocked out, and we'll catch you guys up here in a little bit with some of the action.
They're just finishing sanding the wall of the pool. So the blue stuff you can see right there. The blue stuff is what the pool looked like before.
Hey everyone, so we finished sanding all the sides of the pool, at least the upper part, and now we're moving on to getting rid of the tile. So let's see how that's going. Chris just got started. So far so good.
Not putting up a lot of resistance.
No, that's not, for sure. That's good. So this looks like it might be one of our easier jobs. We wanted to get this done, especially over the deep end, before we took the scaffold down. So we'll keep you posted.
Amber's trying her hand at this.
Being difficult.
Go deeper.
Okay.
Try to stay up above it.
What?
Come from up above.
Up like this?
Yeah, so you don't hit this side of the pool.
Okay. Well, folks, I was wrong. This is not one of our easier projects. We started out and everything was coming off, the plaster and everything, and gotten down here and it just, tiles falling off, but leaving whatever they use to adhere it, leaving it on. So, not quite sure what we're going to do. Chris thought he'd try this scraper and see if it worked. We were using the chisel, but it really wasn't doing much. So, we may be calling it a day pretty soon. Have Grant, give Grant a try. He wanted to. Oh, wait, it's unplugged. Hold on. Woohoo! Good job. All right, good job, Grant. One more. Oh. Hold on. Is that enough? I think that's enough. Good job.
Well, there you have it, folks. That just about wraps up another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. We've been down here working all weekend on the pool and made a lot of progress. We got the walls completely done at this point. So both sides, both ends, nice and smooth, all the loose paint off. We're gonna have to power wash again. We finished up by working on some of the tile, knocking off the waterline tile. We did discover when we were taking some of the waterline tile off that there was some plaster work done after the waterline tile was installed last time, so some of the plaster actually overlaps the tile, and so when we were popping the tile loose, some of the plaster was popping loose with it. Yay. So that means we're going to have to do a little plaster repair after we get the new waterline tile installed. Not a huge deal, but still just one more step in the process. Let's take a look and see what all we got accomplished this weekend. So looking across the pool, you can see our homemade scaffold system, which worked very nicely. We didn't have any issues moving around on the scaffolding. The boards held. It was a pretty easy thing to slap together, and it should come apart pretty quickly too. But it allowed us to kind of shinny along the wall and work with our grinders. I was using the 7-inch, Amber was using the 4.5, and we worked all along. Amber had started right here about where that ring is in the wall. That's where the deep end starts to kind of drop off there. Amber had got both sides and this back end close to the house done already. So we started at the ring and then worked our way all the way down both side walls, and then both of us kind of worked our way along the end wall and met in the middle there by the porthole light. So really turned out pretty nice. After we got all the loose paint off and everything, got it nice and smooth. I think it's the paint's going to do real well. I think we'll have no issue getting slicked up and looking good. Plus, it's going to be under the water, so nobody's going to be inspecting it anyways, right? The only issue, like I said, is where the tile has popped off some of the plaster, and so we're going to have to do a little bit of work there. More than likely, there'll be some issues all along these tiles as we pop them off, and we'll have to mix up a batch of pool plaster and patch that. Not a huge deal, but like I said, just another step in the process. So overall, very happy with where we're finishing up this weekend. It's Father's Day, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out early. That way we can go back and spend some time with the kids and spend some time with my dad, celebrate Father's Day. This has been a very special Father's Day indeed. So be sure to hit that subscription button so you don't miss a single episode. We appreciate you guys tuning in, as always. Lots more of exciting action to come. We're just kind of getting started on the pool here. Next, we're going to be installing the plumbing and installing the equipment, painting, new waterline tile, new coping. So lots of work to do on the pool here. We had subcontractors and contractors in all week looking at the property, and they are very pleased with the progress that's been made down in the ground floor there, with all of the framing and everything being completed and all of the waterproofing and everything we've done to get the crawl space dried out. So nobody's really scared of the house anymore, so we're ready to get somebody on site to go ahead and take this project over, get that addition done, get the garages built, get everything framed up, and get the subs in here, get the electric, plumbing, HVAC, all that stuff taken care of, slap up some sheetrock, and then let us take the project over. We're looking forward to doing all the paint and trim work. So again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. We appreciate that. If you got any comments or questions, be sure to leave those in the section below. And please be sure to share the channel with your friends and family. We do so appreciate all of our loyal subscribers, and we would certainly appreciate you guys passing on the word about Woodmere Estate Revival. Lots more fun stuff to come along, and our family has had a blast sharing this wild adventure with you guys. So take care, and we'll see you again real soon.